Well, do y'all, this is Courtney, and now we back again, and we finna talk about another Masters of Horror selection, and it goes by the title Haekel's Tale. Haekel Tale is the episode from the first season of motherfucking Masters of Horror, and it's based off a short story of the same name written by Clive Barker. Clive Barker, he been in the game for a minute, and he is one of my favorite horror writers. Uh, let's see. He's the inspiration behind Hellraiser. First movie he written and directed that screen. That was based off of a book of his. Let's see. I like his writings because he's not afraid to go into the taboo area of horror. He'll push the buttons. You know what I'm saying? So, but he is one of my favorite writers. This particular episode, it was supposed to have been directed by George A. Romero, infamous. What should we call him? The father of zombie flicks. Might as well, cause didn't he created it? He created the zombie movie genre, for what I gather. But due to scheduling problems, he couldn't do it. So they gave the task to a director, John Naughton. Now he directed Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, which I do want to see. I heard it's real good. I heard it's, but this episode deal with necromancy, dark magics, and necrophilia. A whole lot of necrophilia. Yep, like I told you, Clive Barker, you motherfucking push that motherfucking envelope, bitch. But it is one of my favorite. It is one of my favorite episodes. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, it starts off with this. It is set in the 19th century, late 19th century, and the episode begins with there's this dude. He is traveling into the woods, and he finds this long, this cabin by itself in the woods, and he goes to meet this woman named Ms. Carnation. Basically, she is a necromancer. And so he goes there to, pay her to bring back his wife who had died the previous week because he misses her and all that. And so she's like, I can raise the dead, but I choose not to. And so, he's like, what you mean you choose not to? Can you do it or not? And she said, I could do many things. Yeah. She said, but she chooses not to. So he begs and all that stuff. And she looks at him. She said, all right, listen. I'm finna tell you a story. And after this story is over, if you choose to wish your wife back into this realm of the living, that I will do so. We will see how much you really truly love her. So we go back in the time, and she tells the tale of Haekel's tale. So Haekel, Dr. Haekel, back in the day, med student, and his dream was basically to be the next Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein. And so it's like this med class, and you got this professor and got the other dudes, and they got a cadaver on the table and all, and going through the motions and shit. And the professor bring up God. Haekel don't believe in God. And they go back and forth and back and forth. And he basically says that he could bring back the dead. The professor said there's no such thing. He said, you can't do that. And so Haekel basically says, well, why the hell is we motherfucking celebrating Easter? And so the professor that is two different things. So Haekel decides he gonna show and prove that you can bring up the dead. So he got this cadaver, this woman who died of dysentery, pneumonia, or some shit. And it's asked, how the hell did you acquire that body? So he sets the cadaver up, hitches it up, and do his own little Frankenstein thing and shit. Hit the lighting crackles. You see her eyes open, and next thing you see, flame on, bitch, flame on, and she catches a fire. He's the laughing stock. And the professor tells him, may God forgive you, or some shit like that. So Haekel got his fucking face cracked. And so he's getting ready to chunk the goddamn cadaver up in the oven. And the dude that he gets his cadavers from show up. And so the dude show up and said, listen, I got you this cadaver for $10. Yeah, this and yeah, that. Now, mind you, Haekel is a poor college student. Money kind of tight, but he says money is always tight. And so the dude basically, says that, I know somebody who could basically bring somebody back to life. And the dude name is Montespino. It's some kind of, it sounds like that. Montespino, or whatever. It kind of plays off of Mephisto, like one of the demon lords, or a devil gods, or whatever. But it go back and forth, and so Haekel, he goes in search of this motherfucker. Now, the way Haekel sees it, Haekel sees homeboy as a charlatan, as when you call them snake oil charmers. Basically, he is motherfucking hoodwinking bamboozle motherfuckers in grief, getting their money, selling the pipe dreams that they can motherfucking relive the life of their dead loved ones. So he finds the dude. The dude, he got a group of people, stationed around him, and he doing, his shuck and jive and stuff like that. And he has a dead dog in this basket. And so, he talking his spiel, the necromancer. Come on, fuck up his name. The necromancer. And, he's feeling the vibe of the room, of the area. And they go, Haekel. Haekel got this look on his face like, I don't believe shit you say, bro. And so, homeboy like, I sense doubt in the room. I sense doubt. So this is what the necromancer said. He says every time he brings somebody to life, it snatches a year off of him. That's the price you have to pay when you bring back the dead and all that. Like with every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Which I could see that basically if he is performing, if he is giving back life, I could see that the price of it will be a year off your own. So I could see that, so it weighs or whatever. So, Haekel's there. He don't believe him, yada, yada, yada. And so he goes and, tell him like, listen, bro, I don't believe. And so the necromancer pulled a trick. Open the basket. Dead dog, put it out. Ain't the dog dead? Yeah, that dog dead. Put the dog back in there. He does his thing. He casts his spell. He does his work, perform his ritual. Next thing you know, the dog come back to life. And the dog is A ugly ass zombified motherfucking dog. Everybody looking crazy. Haekel can't believe his motherfucking eyes, really. And so, homeboy, the necromancer, he shoots the dog and kills the dog. And so there's people coming around, and it's this young couple. They tell them, listen, they lost their child not too long ago, and they want him to bring their child back. And so homeboy necromancer, he basically says, I'll do it for 100. He said, how much you think your a year of my life is worth? He said, they said we ain't got 100. Well, how much you think my life is worth to perform this? Cause every time he does a stunt, it takes a year off of his life. So, he going back and forth, crack their faces. He ain't gonna fucking do it, and yada yada. So, Haekel still feels some kind of way. He still think, that it gotta be something. This shit is not real. So, but he goes back home. And he goes back to, the school and all that stuff, and he gets a letter, and it's about his father. His father is dying. His father is on his last days. So he loves his dad, and I'm quite sure his dad is paying his goddamn college tuition. And so he goes and tries to find the necromancer again. Because if the necromancer can bring forth, life from death, then maybe he can keep his dad from dying. So he goes in this town, get lost and all that stuff, and comes upon this dude. And basically this dude, what's his name? Wolfram. He tells him, you can come stay at my house because a storm coming. And so he goes to the dude's house, and there meets Eliza, a beautiful young noble bitch. And so like that, and it is love at first motherfucking sight. Homeboy Haekel is like, how the fuck your old ass get a tender piece of puss like this, bitch? And she looking at him too, lusty and all. Now, man, you homeboy, the old dude that invited him in there, he sees this. But he doesn't act like you would normally think a husband would act when basically this young piece of dick, dumb motherfucker staring at your young piece of puss you married. So they go set up for, dinner and all. And as we see homegirl, she stays by the window, stays looking out. Haekel's eyes follow her every fucking move like that. He's still trying to believe, like, how this old fuck get this woman. And so homeboy, he tells him that, that he loves her, but, he knows that he can never truly satisfy her. Now, if you didn't know any better, you would think, like, well, you an old dude. I would guess so, that you can't keep up with her motherfucking carnal appetites. That, once you do a one-hitter quitter, your dick is done till tomorrow. But no, they ain't no. Sort of, kind of, yeah, but no. So, they get ready for, I guess they get ready to lay down. And, like, homeboy, old dude, he goes upstairs. And so homegirl, she's looking out the window. She keeps her eye on the window. She keeps her eyes on the window, her eyes in the back room. And so, because she has a kid back there. So Haekel go, I guess, to go shoot a shot. and stuff like that. And you know, why is you with this old cat? Why did this da 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 da? You know what I'm saying? But she really just like, she looking at him with lust and everything, but her mind is on what's going on outside them doors. And so he gets ready for bed, and where he laying at, the door crack open, and he could look towards the front of the house and look and watch her look out the window. Next thing you know, you start hearing shit. Like it's loud noise, it's moaning, you get in the storm, it's motherfucking doing what it do. And next thing you know, you see her, she is getting excited. Her puss getting wet. And you know, she start touching herself, and homeboy, he like, what the fuck going on? And then but she leaves. And so she hauls outside. And you know, the husband there, and the husband is like, I can never truly satisfy her. Haekel like, what is going on? Don't you hear that noise? We gotta go do what happened, what you do. And so basically, homeboy tells him that he loved her, and it shows that the love he had for her, you know, he had to do certain things. He know due to his age that he wouldn't be able to truly satisfy her. And so basically, you know, we bring up the point about the necromancer. And Haekel thinks that the necromancer done gooped them into thinking that he was able to bring back the you know, homegirl's first husband. And so basically he thinking that he just using these tricks and all that stuff, you know, to get what he want from that girl. Cause you know, the girl, she's pretty. She's newborn and flexible, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, no, it's not that. And so he runs outside. The old man says, no, come back. And so while he out there, you hearing all this shit, right? And so you're hearing all these moans and groans and all that stuff. And next thing you know, they walking through the forest and they come upon a dog. But that dog had supposed to be dead, yeah. No, that dog ain't dead, no. That dog is a zombie version of that motherfucking dog. And so he looking at the dog and said, I done seen this dog before. And so go to kill it, you can't kill the dog. So next thing you know, they creeping onto this necropolis. And so it called necropolis, but you know, it's all gated up. And so, you know, he's like, you gonna come and help me rescue, you know, your wife and everything. And the old dude said, no, I don't go no further and all that stuff. And he said, I could never truly satisfy her and all that stuff, but I did what I can because I love her, to bring back the one thing that she motherfucking wanted so much, was basically her motherfucking first husband. The touch of her first motherfucking husband. Cause I guess couldn't nobody put that dick down like that first motherfucking husband. Child, Lord. So he busts up in the necropolis, and there he see Montespino, the motherfucking necromancer. And the necromancer chilling in the cut with a pipe, looking off to the sidelines and stuff like that. And he said, what you doing? Why are you here? And stuff like that. And they exchanged some back and forth at peep game. He goes, get closer to where the noise is at, right? There go Elise. She on this motherfucking podium or whatever, this table, this altar, yeah, this altar and everything. And she is riding for purity, motherfucking joy and field. She is fucking her husband, her first husband, the dead first husband. She is fucking the zombie of her dead fucking husband. And there's a group of motherfucking zombies, other zombies, getting ready to motherfucking do what it do. She is having a zombie motherfucking orgy and having the time of her motherfucking life, bitch. And so, listen, y'all. When I first watched this, right, I kind of figured what was going to happen. Being that it is a story by Clive Barker and everything, you know, it's going to be some fuck shit, right? But then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I know good. I said, y'all really gonna do it? Y'all really? Oh my God, y'all really did that? Y'all showed this bitch motherfucking fucking these up. I was like, yes, it fucking did. I said, yes, it motherfucking did, y'all. And so Haekel is like, what the fuck? Haekel is like, this can't happen. How the hell this going on? Now, I know he feels some kind of way that he thought maybe he could put a dick in her. But baby, but sir, a live dick don't cut it for. See, a live dick could go soft after a while. Dead dick stays up, apparently. So it's crazy that she loved her husband that much. And being that her recent husband loved her that much that he was willing to go broke to bring back his wife's first fucking husband. And apparently, all the rest of them niggas up in that goddamn motherfucking necropolis. Cause she was fucking all of them. And so, homeboy, Haekel, I guess in his mind, he thought that the necromancer pulled a stun over, hoodwinked her ass and all that. And he like, you gotta stop this, and all that stuff. And they were tussling and all. While that was going on, Wolfram, the motherfucking husband, he was like, Elise, come home, and all that stuff, and try to break it through. Them zombies said, no, nigga, you ain't busting in line. Wait your goddamn tire. And next thing you know, they killed his ass. They, ripped him apart and all that stuff. Said, that's what you get for busting in line. And so, homeboy, he basically shoots, the necromancer, and basically, tell me how to stop this, and it said it doesn't stop. It can't be stopped. You can't stop it. It'll stop as soon as the sun rises. And so, while that happens, some kind of way he falls and hit his head. And you see he wakes up. It's during the day. And you can see the motherfucking zombies. They go back to their respectable coffins, grave sites, and they are good to the next motherfucking nightfall, bitch. And so Haekel, he goes back to the house. Y'all. And while he at the house, there go Elise. She's there nursing her baby. And so Haekel, like, he's looking dumbfounded, right? And so he said, how you feeling? She like, I'm lovely. She done got dick down ridiculously. And so she doing good. And so, and I'm like, I know your heart feel crushed, bruh. But bruh, y'all should have saw me when I was watching this again. Cause while he was trying to shoot his shot before he found out that she was out there fucking her husband, I like, bruh, you don't want that puss, bruh. You ain't got what you need, bruh. That puss is corroded, nigga. I like, bruh, So, she go, and he tells her, like, I saw you. She said, you saw me? Yeah, outside within the carpet. She said, And she just smiled and rocking back and forth, feeding that baby, and just skin and grin, and she probably getting goosebumps and all that stuff. Remember all the fun she had the night motherfucking before. And, she basically said that, the last husband, she said he was a good man. He loved me. But, it's a good thing. It's one thing about old husbands and all that stuff, basically, you ain't got to do that much for them. And she was like, you want to see my baby? And so she gets up and walks to him and said, hold him. I want you to hold the baby. And show the baby is a zombie ass baby. She basically said, the baby don't look nothing like me, but look just like his beautiful daddy. I said, really, bitch? Zombie baby. Haekel all, and she basically pushed the baby to his neck and kissed his ass dead right then. But oh, that nightfall, y'all. So it shows her again in the necropolis. Motherfucking getting her back blowed out, y'all. But we see a line. See the last husband. We see the necromancer Montesquino. We see the first husband. They are waiting in line, and a chick. So she's equal opportunity and all that stuff. And then that most recently dead dick, Haekel. She is giving him something he could feel. And that's the end of the cautionary tale that Miss Carnation gave to the dude. And so he's looking. Okay, by the end of this, we go back. That motherfucker done down there drunk a whole bottle of wine. He said, this is some bullshit. You just telling me this shit because you don't want to do what I ask of you. He said, that's ridiculous. That shit don't happen. And she said, why? She said, you say you love your husband, love your wife as much as you do. He said, but I don't want it like that. He said, it's all of the spirit. She said, I never said I could bring the spirit back. But the flesh, yeah. And so you hear a baby crying. She said, oh. And the dude get up and said, what is that sound? Do something about that horrible sound. And here in shuffles Haekel zombie. Right? He scribbles in. Dude looking crazy like, what the fuck? And she goes and kisses him and all that stuff. The zombie. And so, next thing you know, they go Wolfram. The second husband. He comes in with the baby and got a bottle. He feeding the baby. Then now, this right here, this motherfucker look all kind of crazy, right? And so, coming down the stairs beside his ass, yeah, is the goddamn first husband, y'all. And so they all go around her. And basically, we all know that she is Elise from the motherfucking Haekel's Tale. Homeboy that came there to seek the services, he said, fuck you, fuck this, and hauled the motherfucking ass. And so, she's like, she got the baby. Now, mind you, them zombies, they horny. They ready to get some of that, get some of that good. And she said, we'll play later. Gotta feed the baby. And she said, the necromancer, Montesquino, taught her so many things. I guess the fuck he did, girl. I guess the hell he did. And that's it, y'all. That is it. That is it for Haekel's Tale. Let me tell y'all something. It's a hot mess. Now, I read that the episode and the short story, it basically ends the same way. It's kind of, true to it or whatever, except for the beginning. Whereas this happened post like in 19th century, the South or whatever. The short story that was in Germany. It was it was located in Germany and all that stuff like that. And Haekel, I'm guessing in the short story is the one telling the story rather than, the Elise telling the story. Whatever. So yeah. So how far would you go for love, y'all? Would y'all do that? That's a cautionary tale for your motherfucking ass, ain't it? Would you do that? If you love somebody that much, would you agree to bring somebody from the dead for that motherfucker? Now you gotta think of the consequences and the ramifications of it. But yup, that's Haekel's tale, y'all. I'm gonna do another one and all that. I gotta watch Bandersnatch. So I'm gonna watch Bandersnatch and I'm gonna pull up a recap for that. And yeah. So I think I'm gonna do Pelts next. Pelts next. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That's another good one. If I remember right, Dario Argento did that one. So yeah. So like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about that Haekel's tale down below. Was it crazy? Was like, what was your best part of it? If you read the short story, let me know about it. Cause I think somebody said it's real hard to find that short story. So I don't know what I'm about to do. I might probably have to go look, do a search. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'm gonna holler at y'all whenever. Bye.